Hello, everybody. Welcome to the KMart Champ Car World Series presented by Sears. My name is Joe Donahue. I will be taking you through the action tonight. Here, we're going to be racing at Twin Ring Motegi, the oval, for the eMachines Indy 100. The session is still getting set up and ready to go. They are still working through practice, and we will shortly be joining the series and the drivers in it to bring you 100 laps of racing action tonight on iRacing. So just stay put for a second, and we will bring it to you very shortly. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the Kmart Champ Kart World Series presented by Sears. We are live for race 3 of the championship here at Twin Rotegi. Let's say that. And we are very excited to bring you 100 laps of action from one of the worldwide ovals that should get some more love. This track originally was damaged as a result of the large tsunami in 2011 that struck Japan. It was damaged to the point where the IndyCars series changed the race that year from going on the oval to the road course, and since then has not returned. But we can vicariously live through the sim racing platform of iRacing and pretend that we still drive the cars with the V8s and that we still race them in Motegi. You're probably used to hearing me talk. This is my YouTube channel. We're doing a special one-off here to get the show broadcasted, but be sure to check the description of this video to join the Discord on behalf of Noah Carmichael, the curator of this series, alongside some help from Victor Valley and Brody Banta. And they will be able to show updates through there so that everybody can keep up with the series once that comes around. The drivers are currently in practice, so what we see here is nothing because we don't have our ticker working. That's great. And we've got it. Haha. Tech support is also broadcasting the race right now. So you're looking on screen at this current moment at the number 83 machine of Victor Valley as we have skipped into qualifying. So everybody's going to get 2 laps within this 10-minute allocated range of time. I doubt we're going to take it all. I hope we don't take it all because that would be a long time to wait on everybody. You're looking Australia Gold Racing's number 83, Victor Valley, out of the Midwest. Here he comes to the line for his first lap completed. And as he's going to come across the line, a couple guys beat him to their first timed lap. Victor Valley is going to go P2 on the running order to start things off. Chris Aurelio, the current pole sitter in the Dr. Pepper, number 56, for CMM Motorsports tonight, if not CFM. There's some affiliation changes with that machine. Chris Aurelio is in the championship hunt for sure. He's actually second in points, just behind Michael Cozy Jr., who was the winner of the first race of the season at Homestead Miami Speedway. He's just ahead of Tyler Leclerc with the third position in the championship at 63 points. Only 20 points behind is Chris Aurelio from the championship leader. There's Toll Owen in the number 09 machine. This is a pretty good-looking car here, as he's the first car outside of that top 5 that hasn't set a lap yet. Comes across the line, and he does set a 29.706. And look at that. The 09 machine is on the pole. Matt Danson, who won the last race out at Long Beach in the Logitech number 30, he drives down the back straightaway. He's currently 7th with his time. Ethan Snyder puts in a time of 30.335, so that is definitely a significant margin back to the number 24 machine for qualifying right now. Toll Owen, Chris Aurelio, and Max Molina are your top 3, as we are not going to get another timed lap here from the 30. He might be able to reset and get another one out. Ethan Snyder cuts off the racetrack Pretty much everybody's just off the track. And we just have to wait for the session to roll over as everybody has set their times and gotten ready, and we patiently await now as we skip over. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I have no idea what's going on, but that's okay. Whatever. Nobody's on track. So qualifying is getting skipped over, and we will be very shortly able to come on down. And let's go ahead and check out your starting lineup for the 100 laps here at Twin Ring Motegi. We're going to start off at the front end of the grid. Tolo and in the number 09. Setting a blistering lap in qualifying. Not too much more blistering than the guy starting to his outside. And the number 56 Dr. Pepper machine, that is going to be Chris Aurelio. Starting in the third position, you've got the number 7 of Maximus Molina. And he will be starting to the inside of Mo Perry in car number 9. Starting on the inside of row number 3, out of Indiana, the number 83 machine, Australia Gold. That's Victor Valley. And to his outside is going to be the Madman, number 15, Cole Freilich. Matt Danson is going to be starting P7 tonight in the number 30 machine, the iRacing, the Logitech car. And starting 8th will be the number 24 of Ethan Snyder. That's your grid for the race. Like I said, 100 laps. And I don't have anybody to ask any questions about this event. So give them a shout out. I want to see who you guys are rooting for tonight as we get ready to put some cars on the grid hopefully soon, and we can get things rolling. We're still waiting on Ethan Snyder, Victor Valley, and Chris Aurelio to get their cars out on the grid. There's one of them. There's all of them. That's all 8 of them. There's your grid for Twin Ring Motegi. All right, let's get it. That Australia Gold car, you can see the green and yellow. It's second to the front on the inside. Second from the back is Victor Valley. The target car in front of him is Max Molina. And then the pole sitter in the 09, the black, blue, and silver is Toll Owen. Far end of that group is Matt Danson, like we said, won Long Beach last time out. Ethan Snyder, you can see him at the tail of the outside row in the Falcon tire car. He's now just left the grid and rejoined it. Cole Freilich, a.k.a. the Madman for CFM Esports, driving the Z-Line design number 15, the tribute to Justin Wilson. The blue and black Target-sponsored number 9, that's Mo Perry. And then Chris Aurelio, as we had mentioned before, he is driving the 56 Dr. Pepper. It is a Tony Kanaan livery that obviously is not number 11 tonight. So hopefully we can get things rolling here. And there goes the pace car, finally. Made me fill 2 minutes of talking for no reason. Toll Owen has yet to start moving. Whoa, we're almost wrecking before we even get out on the track. Mo Perry has just slammed the brakes, and everybody's just being goofballs. Cole Freilich putting it in reverse, Terry, and we sit still. 100% just sitting still. I don't know if you can tell, but I am loving this. I am having fun. Oh, boy. Well, here they come. There's Toll Owen. There's Chris Aurelio. Max Molina in the number 7 target car on the inside. Mo Perry to the outside. Let's see if we can get a little bit better view of what's going on with this ReZero target number 9. That's Mo Perry just behind Chris Aurelio. And there's Cole Freilich. If you see Justin Wilson, it's Cole Freilich. I got to give a shout-out to Victor Valley for that paint. And actually, you know what? We're going to give a quick shout-out to Victor Valley for helping because he did a lot of last-minute work to get us some graphics for this race. And, you know, we tried our best to get everything loaded up, but Victor definitely had a valiant effort in at least assisting Noah Carmichael in getting this show on the road tonight. There's Matt Danson sitting all alone back there, kind of giving everybody a wide berth. After the rollout of the pits, I wouldn't blame him. He's driving the number 30 tonight. He won last time. Can he win again? And maybe go 2 for 3 on the season. A guy who hasn't won yet, that definitely could. Chris Aurelio on the outside of row number 1. I raced with him in the 6 Hours of the Glen. I can tell you he's pretty good at doing things on this sim racing system. So we'll just have to wait and see what he's got in store for us tonight from the outside of row number 1. I don't believe we're going green this time by. Everybody's still going to keep together this time past the stripe. And we will have one more warm-up lap around the track at a snail's pace before we get ready. Oh, now we're starting to have some acceleration. We're starting to feel the G-forces here in Japan. Toll Owen just skipped out of the session instantaneously. But that's all right. It's going to be kind of interesting to try to differentiate Mo Perry from Toll Owen tonight. I guess there's enough blue on the 9 car that it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Looking on at the Coca-Cola cam on the front straightaway as they come through to turn number 4. And the green flag is out. And we're underway in Japan. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Lap number 1 is going to be led by Toll Owen, the pole sitter. Chris Aurelio in his draft behind him. They come through turns 1 and 2. Now, I got to say, turns 1 and 2 are fairly manageable in these cars. You can run flat out. It's a little bumpy. 3 and 4, where we're starting to enter right here. Toll Owen is way off of the bottom line of the racetrack. And, man, I just got to give him a shout-out because these cars are tight in that corner. So Toll Owen leads the first 2 laps. Cole Freilich coming down with a pretty significant amount of damage here on that 15 machine. Out of turn number 4, the yellow flag has come out on the racetrack. And it is the result of Cole Freilich. Is Matt Danson maybe involved? No. I think it might have just been Freilich on his own. Let's go ahead and we'll pull up a quick replay and see what we got with that. Oh, yes. It is all alone here for Mr. Freilich. So here we have the replay. Let's see. Right there on his own out of turn number 4. Just into the inside of the racetrack. Actually, right in front of Toll Owen. And that, as we will now bring ourselves back to live. And you can see some guys coming into the pits. Mo Perry, Matt Danson, Cole Freilich. Cole Freilich still hasn't gotten that car repaired. And there's the grid who's still on the track. 400 laps completed. Ethan Snyder's the car we're following right now. I'm pretty sure I just saw him in the live chat. So shout out to Ethan Snyder, but make sure you keep those eyes on the road, buddy. We don't want to see you pull a madman here like Cole Freilich. Mo Perry, he comes out of the pits way later than everybody else. Cole Freilich is going to be just in and out of the pit lane in front of him with that damage repaired. And that would be the fast repair, wouldn't it? So Cole Freilich is in 7th now in front of Mo Perry after bringing this yellow out. Toll Owen is still the leader. And Chris Aurelio definitely showed that he's got the ability to run 3 and 4, maybe even a little bit better than Toll, or at least kind of showing that Tango up front could be pressured into making a mistake throughout this race, which is something worth noting for himself as the night goes on. Max Molina sitting in 3rd right there. Here, let's look at this car. Beautiful. Like old school Chip Ganassi Racing, but with a... I actually really like the font of that number 7 on that car right now. Come past the line again. We're just single file. You know what we could probably do right now? We could probably get Cole Freilich really quickly for an interview. Cole, you're live on the broadcast. I brought you in. Why don't you talk us through what you just did? Why'd you do that? Come on, man.
The Chris Aurelio's words of wisdom from 2 years ago and not hit the curb. And in my process of not hitting the curb, I hit the brakes too much, and then Mulberry got me butthole, and it went hook right into the wall, and now we got damage and no fast repair.
Well, sounds like you're screwed, but what are you going to do to try to recuperate something out of this race?
Send it.
Alrighty, well, we know Cole Freilich has the madman for a reason. Cole, I'm going to send you out of here again, because I can honestly say I don't know if you're going green this time, but I don't want to make you, like, crash again.
I don't know what we're doing. I mean, if you want to interview me during green, I'm fine with that. I mean, I'll come up here and hang out.
I mean, I guess I'll hold on to you for a second. Okay, Cole, why don't you go ahead and talk us through your perspective. I tried to, at the very start of this race, describe what I was feeling with the car in practice, turns 3 and 4 specifically. How difficult is that set of corners for you right now?
Well, it feels like an elephant is been replaced for my brakes this week, so we ain't got much going in there. I'm trying to use as much brake as I can. It's just not working, and get about half throttle, and then yeah, it's basically if you took an elephant, took all the weight off the legs, and just made the torso the fattest part of the elephant, and then tried to race it.
Well, but that would give you more traction, I suppose. Oh, you're putting some speed up here. I think that means you're going to come back to green.
I don't know what we're doing. Also, the go zone's very sketchy.
Yes, it seems that way. Well, this track's kind of bumpy. Are you having any troubles with 1 and 2 because of the bumpiness of the middle of the corner there?
No. 1 and 2 is about the only place I got figured out here.
Well, there's Cole Freilich, everybody. We'll send him back down because I think we're about to get ready to go green.
I love you.
Love you too, Cole. Take care of yourself and don't crash again. And yes, he's right. We are going back to green flag racing here in Japan. Race fans. Your race leader, Toll Owen, very much jumping in and out of the session right here, lagging out. And for a brief second, timing and scoring actually put him at the back end. And we'll see if it does it again. No, but he is definitely coming in and out a lot. We'll watch Chris Aurelio. He's running P2 right now, just behind that blinking number 09. Max Molina holding on to third consistently. Victor Valley up to fourth behind him. We go single file through 1 and 2. That's not the problem child corner. We're coming up on it right now. Ethan Snyder, a little bit of a flash out of him. Here's turn 3 and 4. This is the spot. You can really hear the cars getting down into a higher torque RPM because they got to get way off the throttle. I had times I tried that corner, and I had to go into second gear, and you're running fifth the whole way around this racetrack, mostly outside of that. So it's definitely a difficult set of corners, and honestly, it's going to become a driver's race, very much so for a oval event, as we got a pass going back there. Cole Fralick gets around. Ethan Snyder, Mo Perry is behind there as well. So that 15 back on a charge to try to get up to the front. You heard about him trying to ride the brake. Ethan Snyder is way up the racetrack, and he's blinking while he's up there. Mo Perry's going to move down the inside, giving him a wide berth. To the line, the 24 had it just barely, but I don't know how long that's going to last as they come through 1 and 2. They both can hang it out. Another blink from the 24. And down the back straightaway they go. That's your battle for 6th place, and that's about the only battle on the racetrack. As I say that, Chris Aurelio gains a ton of time on Tango Owen for the front spot. Maybe a battle for the lead shaping up as they come down the front stretch again, 1/10 of the way into this event. And Toll Owen runs the nice bottom side of the racetrack. You saw Chris Aurelio even getting a little bit lower into 1 and 2. That might give him a little bit of a run down the back straightaway. As here we come to the corner. Dive bomb, here we go. The 56 down the inside and to the line. As long as he doesn't slide up. Oh, he got loose out of the corner. Chris Aurelio is going to lead his first lap of the race. Maybe to the inside again, a crossover move. Slide job from Toll Owen. Does it stick? It takes 2 to Tango, and Tango's got the inside. A little bit of a blink, but he's back in the race lead. Max Molina just watching all of this from a safe distance. He's got Victor Valley maybe closing in a little bit. Aurelio, big run to the bottom. Whoa, big checkup. Huge correction from the 56 car. Nice save. The Dr. Pepper machine stays out of the wall. We stay green. Lost a little bit of momentum to the 09, but much better than ending up in the wall. Molina not close enough to be able to capitalize on that situation, but he's back here. Here he is. There's Max Molina in the car for Chip Ganassi Racing colors, at least. Number 7. He's kind of starting to get a little bit of pressure from Victor Valley behind him, but they stay single file. Only 8 cars here, and we've got Ethan Snyder has officially retired from this race. So we're down to 7. Beautiful sound of these Indy V8 engines. You're still watching Max Molina. He's running in third. He's got Victor Valley now close. You can see the battle for the lead kind of shaping back up again, as well as this battle for third, and maybe even a battle for 5th. That one's the farthest apart between the two of them. Here's Valley. He tried to get a run into the start of the corner. He's going to get a nice run out of the corner. With the draft, will we see a move? Valley into 3 and 4, right up behind Molina. And I got to say, those two actually are... Whoa, Chris Aurelio! They were running the corner way better than Chris Aurelio was. He was all over the place out of turn 4. And look out. Battle for the lead shaping up. It seems like it really shapes up well. You get Aurelio right behind Owen, like this. Owen can't quite hit the corner as well as Aurelio. So he's going to get a run. He might wiggle. He didn't that time. They stay side by side down the front stretch. This is where Aurelio's going to get the nose. Owen's going to kind of tuck back into the slipstream here. Try for a crossover. He's going to get a run on the 56. Is he going to dive like he has the last few times? No, not in 3 and 4. He stays high. Chris Aurelio goes low. Can he ricochet himself off the top side? Not going to do it. Chris Aurelio puts a little bit of a gap in between himself and the 09 finally, and Chris Aurelio can breathe a little bit now that he's got a little bit of space. The battle for third is shaping up behind them, though, as first and second space out a little bit. As I say it, Valley kind of falls back a little bit from Max Molina. But the battle for fifth maybe is starting to get a little interesting. Mo Perry and Cole Freilich on screen. You can see the Z-Line design car running a little bit higher up the racetrack than Mo Perry right behind him. To the bottom side, a little wiggle off the bottom of turn 4. Mo Perry stays in 6th place past this time again. We're coming towards lap 20. Chris Aurelio is your leader. They have yet to pit. Cole Freilich is the lead car of those who came in the yellow that Cole was a part of. Him and Mo Perry were both in that, and they are both 15 laps into the stint. Only a 4-lap difference, as that was a send right there from Mo Perry. He tried his best to get a little bit of a run into turn 3. Didn't quite work out, but these guys are sticking together really well. Matt Danson, as you can see, is not quite there. Might be buying some time and just waiting for this race to get a little closer to the end of its procession. 20 laps out of 100 down now. Chris Aurelio leads easily, about 0.7 of a second over Toll Owen. Max Molina in third and Victor Valley in fourth. They're all separated about the same amount there. There's Aurelio. There's a battle shaping up. Max Molina, we must have missed something. Toll Owen just lost two spots in one corner. Back to fourth and blinking out again. Cole Freilich, Mo Perry saved it. What a save by the 9 car. I thought he was a goner. So Mo Perry has trouble. Cole Freilich got a little loose right in front of him as well. Freilich gathered it back up a little quicker. Mo Perry gave us a little scare. Toll Owen goes from 2nd to 4th in a set of turns, and now he's going to try to catch back up and reel into the 83 machine again. The Australia Gold. Victor Valley behind the wheel. Max Molina now has acquired 2nd place through maybe not much of his own doing, but you got to take what you can. 23 laps into this race, the 7 car in 2nd place, way back. Here is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on screen. And this is the shot into turn number 3. We'll watch this time and kind of see how everybody approaches it differently. Here's Chris Aurelio. Slow down, brakes, dives way in. Everybody else kind of way a little, well, you can see it, how much higher up the track some of those guys like Cole Freilich and Toll Owen went to get into that corner. Chris Aurelio still leading pretty easily. No trouble for him. Max Molina in 2nd. Ethan Snyder has actually rejoined the race and has been back for a little while. Let's check in on Ethan. He's in the Falcon tire, number 24. He's just kind of trying to hold on and stay in the hunt, wait for a yellow to try to get some laps back and get back in contention for this race. It can happen. It's happened before. Chris Aurelio still leading the way over Max Molina, who's now got a little bit of trouble with the V2, Victor Valley. Here he comes out of turn number 2. Good run for the Australia Gold car. Toll Owen still kind of just watching this happen. Not going to get him in 3 and 4 this time. Nice run to the bottom. Very smooth for Victor Valley. He stays close. Mo Perry and Matt Danson around Cole Freilich. Something's gone wrong for the 15 machine. He's coming back up to speed. I don't think I see a lot of extra damage. A pass has been made for 2nd in the meantime. Out of turn number 2 for Victor Valley, and he's in P2, at least for the moment. Max Molina, will he be able to contend again? There's a little bit of smoke residually standing in the air on the front stretch from the number 15 of Cole Freilich. Chris Aurelio up front. Still, lap 28 of 100. Here's where we're at. Second, third, fourth. They're the closest to each other on the racetrack. There's a 1.9 second gap from first to second. And things have kind of calmed down. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to stop talking for a little while. We're going to crank it up. Watching Matt Danson now try to come out of turn number 2. He moves up the racetrack to the top. Very smooth line right now for the 30 machine. Probably trying to conserve those tires and hold on to things a little bit better for the conclusion of this race. We rejoin a nice battle right here with Victor Valley. As you see on screen, he's got Max Molina right behind him. This has been the show of our race tonight. We've seen these three drivers compete with each other more, I would say, than anybody else, even Toll and Chris Aurelio. Aurelio now pretty well up front. Victor Valley, Max Molina, Toll, Owen. That's the top 4. 5th place is Mo Perry at the moment. Matt Danson has moved up to 6th as a result of Cole Frelick's misfortunes. He's in 7th. And Ethan Snyder still taking off laps. Actually now just passes Cole Frelick as Frelick is out of the car. I think the 15 has retired from the event. He's not in the car right now. Tough break for CFM tonight. Ethan Snyder gets himself 1 spot back. He's now in 7th place. That's why you stay in the car, folks. Just keep going. You'll get back something if you just keep rolling. If you crash early in a race like that. We're past a third of the way into this event. Ethan Snyder still skipping in and out of the session. Chris Aurelio, easy lead. Nice battle for second. Shaping up again. I keep saying that, but this time we might actually get something. Molina had a good run in the middle of the corner. Just couldn't hold on to it out of the corner. Maybe a little bit of tire spin or understeer out of the corner, being so close to Victor Valley that time. We got some Molina fans watching right now, so maybe he can make everyone proud. 37 laps down out of 100. Nice run this time. Both of them, actually. They are slightly maybe gaining on Chris Aurelio. The gap has closed to about a second for these guys. If they kind of just stay in line, they might be able to get something together and take a fight to the leader. Molina got a great run through 1 and 2 that time, though. Here we go. Where's the dive? Man, he's right up on the tail. Backs out of it. Valley gets sent up the racetrack. I don't think that was contact. That might have just been a little bit of peer pressure. And Max Molina has taken back second place at the stripe. That allows Tol Owen to gain again, and he's now in the fight. Valley dropping back pretty significantly into 1 this time. For a flat-out corner, you shouldn't be seeing that many car lengths set in between cars like that. The way turn 1, and now I will say it is bumpy, but turn 1 and 2, that's a flat-out section. Whoa, Tol Owen! Wow. I don't know if I would have done that. And he's loose. Big time save for the 4th place driving car. Tol Owen gets it back together, but he lost all that time. Check back in on our leader, Chris Aurelio. Easy up front. Here they come. There's Chris Aurelio. There's Max Molina and Victor Valley and Tol Owen. And there's Mo Perry. And here is Matt Danson. Danson's gaining again. He's getting back up there. And here is Ethan Snyder. And Cole Freilich is still in the pit lane, and he is getting work done on that car. He's still in the session, just not in the car at the moment. Chris Aurelio back to the stripe. He ticks off another one. Could check out what our lap times are looking like. For the drivers. There we go. 2 lap time buttons. The leader of this race is running 30-second lap times. These are the last laps they turned. Everybody's pretty consistent, but Chris Aurelio is just a tad bit faster. Now we pull up the best lap times for everyone, and you can see it's pretty much exactly reflecting speed and location in the running order. And I just got confirmation via the stream's live chat that we have lost Cole Freilich. Cole Freilich retired from the race. Let's go ahead and bring him in here because I want to. All right, Cole, we got you in. Just saw you officially retired the number 15 for CFM Esports. What got you? What bit you today?
My own talent. I sucked.
Well, but now you're here.
Yeah.
What was the biggest thing for you with this race? What was it really, if you could narrow it down for us, that really made the difference for you here? And not just having a struggle, obviously. Everybody is having a big-time struggle with the cars on the track right now.
The fact that going into turn 3, it felt like that one time I lost the brake line on my 1996 Chevrolet truck. So I've had PTSD ever since I went down a hill with no brakes, and it felt just like that all over again. So I didn't like reliving that memory. So I just was like, okay, I retired the car now. Chris has got it in his hands anyway. So
yeah, it definitely seems like it. I'm trying to search around and find things that are exciting on this racetrack to cover. Well, we got something exciting going on here. Oh, Max Molina with a big blocking dive to the bottom side of the racetrack over Victor Valley right there into turn 3. Is the track changing at all, Cole? How are the conditions for everybody out there right now?
It felt pretty tight. Mo Perry actually just got very loose off turn 4, but it felt like it just got tighter over the course of the run. That could have just been tires, but you were talking about Victor and Max actually being close. I was in race comps with Max, and he said that he tried swapping with him because Victor looked faster, and then it just didn't work out. So I assume he took the spot back from him.
So that would incite that maybe Max has a little more under the hood right now and is working the track a little bit better. It seems like a very technical oval Would you agree with that statement? Do you think this is more of a driver's race kind of oval race than what we're maybe used to seeing when you stick a bunch of guys out on a oval track with an open wheel car?
Well, turn 1's about the easiest thing I've ever done in my life, but turn 3 and 4, that's gotta be probably the most difficult thing I've ever done with the IR05. But we were talking about it, and it's just kind of like you could feel faster in this car, but you can't exactly do anything with it. It's kind of just stalemated right now.
And so the next race that this series has is going to be in Indianapolis for the 500. So what does this do for you, whether in preparation or mental ability or whatnot? How are you feeling with that race in mind after what happened here at Motegi?
Absolutely nothing, because I'm going to be drinking beers with Attica at Attica with Kyle that week.
Oh, well, much better indeed. Yeah, I respect that. All right, well, Cole, I don't know. I guess we're gonna send you back down.
I mean, I can
stay
if you need it.
Maybe not. You know what? Never mind. Cole, welcome to the broadcast, Cole Freilich. All right.
Got to spice it up somehow.
Cole, how are you feeling about the length of these stints? Are we going to see guys coming in and trying to get their tires redone, put some fuel in the car to go to the finish? We're just past halfway, so what are we expecting?
Well, we should be pitting here in the next couple laps, because my little telltale sign here, also known as my F4 menu. Oh, Cole Owen is coming to the pit lane this time. He just radioed over the chat that he's pitting.
Well, there you go.
That's actually going to give Matt Danson a bit of an advantage there, trying to catch Mo Perry. He's been closing on Mo, which granted Mo had that little mistake a couple laps ago, but...
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Matt Danson kind of very slowly has been putting himself back in contention for this race. And you can see here, I mean, he got that spot over Owen when he came into the pits, but now he's all up back on the tail of the 9 machine. Definitely was a sleeper in the first half, and we're going to probably watch him come back up to the front here. Whoa! Oh!
There we go.
And that is...
Oh, never mind, he didn't save it.
Well, that's suspension damage, and we've got a car stopped in the middle of the race.
Okay.
Yellow flag. That is going to make the pit stop sequence way less interesting, but that might have just handed some... Well, is Toll going to be a lap down here at the end of this? Timing and scoring not updating quick enough to see this.
He might be.
I think
might be fine.
I think he's going to be okay.
Well,
he is a lap down.
Everybody else has to pit those, so he'll probably get a wave.
Yes.
I don't know how Noah's doing the wave buys, but...
Well, what we've got here is we've got Chris Aurelio, who's been absolutely destroying everybody in this race so far. He will more than likely pit. He will be followed by Max Molina, who's in second place. Obviously a fast car as well. Victor Valley and Matt Danson are probably going to take the opportunity. Mo Perrier doesn't have a choice. Tull Owen and Ethan Snyder are probably going to take wave rounds to try to get back closer to the lead lap. Cautions sometimes breed cautions, Cole. What are you kind of expecting with that?
I think we could get aggressive here in the second half of the race, but honestly, looking at Mo's car, he might be all right. May just be a front wing change there, but not too sure.
Well, here they come down the pit lane, and everybody who's on the lead lap comes to the pits. So there go the 09 and 24. Chris Aurelio leads them down a long, slow crawl through the pit stalls here with only 8 cars starting the race.
We did it through our wiretaps here. We did hear Chris Aurelio say that the race was being manipulated, but that's a very Chris Aurelio thing to say.
Chris Aurelio likes to cause trouble, that is for sure. Everybody into their pit stalls. Mo Perry a little wide on entry. Everybody else lines up nicely. Down and out. What a run off the pit lane for Matt Danson.
Yeah, that's a big shakeup here in the top order. If we look at my car though, it is perfectly in its stall compared to Mo Perry's. But
Mo Perry's still sitting down there. Oh, he's out of the car. At least the driver himself is out of the car. So there's probably...
Oh, he's back in the car.
Oh, he's back in the car.
May have taken this opportunity to get a bathroom break because he had a bit of damage there.
Yep, and get a chicken sandwich from the food stand. Ricky Bobby steps in the car.
Yeah, he just called up a favor from James Gibson, and James Gibson came all the way from Virginia back to Indy in less than 10 hours this time and hopped in the car.
Well, there you go. So what this has done, once they get the wave around here, it will put Ethan Snyder only a lap down, and Toll Owen will be on the tail end of the lead lap. So they are still behind the pace car, and we still got a lot of connection issues apparently.
Noah is
Ethan
waving them now.
So here they go. Well, here goes Toll.
Oh, Ethan Snyder hit the wall hard.
Wow.
And
wow.
He's out of it. Should I hop back in my car?
You've got 20 laps to recuperate there if you want.
I don't know. That car's pretty. We'll see.
I mean, points. You know.
I can definitely give a lap analysis.
Go get some laps. Go get some laps. Give it a shot. You don't know what's about to happen.
Okay, I shall get in the car.
Ethan Snyder is not in the car.
I'm gonna stay in the booth just because it's fun, but.
We're so professional and serious here at the KMart Champ Kart World Series presented by Sears.
Remember, I am not Gavin.
Nor am I. I am Joe.
We are in the car. We're coming down the back straightaway. We are now catching up to the tail end of the field. I forgot to put my shoes on, so this is an interesting problem because I've never used these pedals with socks on.
Let's go check out the gyro cam on the number 15 machine presented by Slothy Racing on Twitch.
All right, I got 2 laps to put on my shoes. So we're going to have fun here. I'm going to try to attempt to put a shoe on during this pace lap. All right, we got shoe number 1 on.
You can hear the throttle traces. Cole Frelick putting his shoes on right now. This is stellar.
We like to have a little fun here.
This is wonderful content. I bet Noah's going to watch this back and just absolutely just love hearing this go down. This is going to be great.
He should have known this was going to happen eventually.
Well, Cole's going to get a couple easy laps back here at a slow pace.
All right.
There's Chris Aurelio at the front end of this group.
Okay, shoe number 2 is getting tightened. And we're good.
There you have it. Cole Frelick is ready. Maybe he'll get a wave around. Who knows? We're getting back up to pace. Yeah, definitely not at this point.
But yeah, we can kind of take you through the restart here.
Yeah, let's do that. We're watching from the blimp cam. Cole's way back. I'm actually just going to shut up. You take care of it, Cole. It's
All right. So catching up to the back of the field here, we're going to be going at the 100 board towards turn 3. That is the restart zone. As you can see, Chris Aurelio already accelerating. The cars are off and away. We're passing the pace car. That's not going to matter. He's going to clear our flags onto the straightaway. This is very tricky. Turn 4 is the trickiest place here. You'll see everybody got a black flag. It'll be cleared here momentarily. Bit of a quick breathe there through the corner. Back onto the power. We're going to draft off the cars ahead of us. Down the back straightaway. Nobody's really bobbing and weaving because the aerodynamic effects of this car is not too, it does not have what we call the suck. Got to be hard on the brakes here in turn 3. Gently back on the power. Gently. Back onto the power like that. Back through the front straightaway. That's our first lap done. You can see we're actually catching Toll Owen here. Ethan Snyder is disconnected, so we're at least going to not beat last, Joe.
Well, you gotta get all those laps back and not crash because you're still 10 laps behind him, 16 laps behind him.
Yeah, we honestly got a good view of the front up here. Looks like Mo Perry's going for a move on Maximus. I'm about to plow into the back of Toll Owen because I suck, but
big.
Mo Perry.
That was a little bit of a. You were loose, my man. You didn't even phase him.
You know, you drive those 410s a little bit, and you learn how to correct it.
That's a fair point. We're still on board.
We're not going to pass Mo Perry because I don't want to be interfering with the leaders if I'm just going to park the car here in the next 20 laps. How many laps we got till I got to unlap myself here?
You've got 15 laps. We will be watching that for you on behalf of not really having anything going on at the front end of the grid. Well, let's just
It's
go
the
ahead.
race within the race.
We'll go jump back up there with Matt Danson, who's gotten all the way back up to second now. He's behind Chris Aurelio and staying within reach. I think that's something that nobody else really was able to do as well, as we're seeing the 30-car attempt at least.
Yeah, the big storyline going into the race was Matt Danson and his teammate Michael Cozy Jr., the two Logitech Altus esports cars. They even won the first two races, so Matt Danson looking to have another good showing this week. And I'm a little bit distracted because Mo Perry's a little bit slow ahead of me, but he's doing good. He's doing a good job. We love Mo Perry in this house. Got to spend the weekend with him in Indianapolis for the month of May, and that was a good time. He's a good dude. But, yeah, Matt Danson definitely looking to... We got some big blocking from Victor Valley going on here. Remember, you can only get one move at a time. And if Noah sees that you made a second move in reaction to another car, he will black flag you for that.
Yeah, we're watching Victor Valley right now. Max Molina is in 4th place. Behind him, Toll Owen is hanging on as well. So this is Victor in the green, black, and yellow. Number 83, Australia Gold on the side of that car. Target on the side of the red and white. Number 7. And Max Molina apparently, it seems like, and I would agree to a point. I think his laps have proven so far that he should be able to make that pass back in due time. Everybody does have fresh tires, though, so everybody's kind of on a leveled playing field. It's once those tires start getting worn out, and as I say that, Max Molina just about, like, that was about the worst entry to turn 1 we've seen in the race so far. Missed it by a mile.
Oh, we've gotten reports from Noah that was not what that was. That was actually Victor trying to find the Alt-T button for the tear-off.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
That's a tricky button to find if you don't have it bound.
Yes, you do want to get that one reset to a button closer to your hands, because elsewise that is something within the sim of iRacing that is difficult to do.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find it if, especially when you're doing dirt racing and going sideways. It's very hard to kind of reach over there and grab it. But in these cars, it's not as bad. IR18s, you don't have to touch it at all, which is pretty nice, actually. But
yes, and as we see here, Chris Aurelio is getting pressure from the number 30 machine. Danson has caught back up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a fight shape up for position here.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I could comment on that a little bit. I'm looking over to my left to see if I can even see the cars, but heck, they're so far ahead of me. I'm really off today, but we do have a good battle for third here. Or, well, we did have a good battle there last lap between Max and Toll for the, I believe that's 4th spot on track currently.
Yeah, Toll and Max, pretty close. Toll had a way better start to this race than Middle, and I wonder if that's going to come back around and he'll be able to compete again. Here's Toll Owen. Man, he was sliding up the racetrack right there. I just heard him breathe the throttle a little bit out of the corner, which means he was understeering already. It just seems like on the long run, that 09 car isn't as good as the guys around him, so he could hold on to getting a top 5 here. Mo Perry not really within sight in 6th place.
And then there's yours truly hanging out back here. But honestly, if we go through this turn 1 here, it is a little tricky. I'm actually going up into 5th. I was going almost flat out 4th through the corner earlier, and you can see the car just washes out all throughout that corner because you cannot take it flat out. You can get darn near close to it, but it starts to wash out about mid-corner, and it gets really tricky. Same story kind of off throttle here in turn 3. It's just it's really tough for everybody to kind of get the car turned to the bottom, but the bottom is the fastest line here.
Yes, and that has been very evident throughout this race, that it's difficult to make a pass because of that bottom line being the optimal place to go. But it's not going to stop Matt Danson from trying. As we're back up checking in with the leaders, we're on lap 69. Nice. And to the line. Matt Danson is definitely closing in. Danson's
a really good driver. I had a bit of a scrap at Long Beach last week with him, and he has excellent racecraft. And a lot of times what you'll find is on street courses, it's very hard. Bo Perry is all over the apron. I'm about to go into the catch fence. Holy moly. We survived, but Matt Danson has incredible racecraft because I made a bit of an ambitious move on him last week, and he gave me more than enough racing room, and I still hit the curb because I'm a washed-up sim racing driver. That's my new title.
Well, the one thing you were supposed to not do that you did is you were not supposed to hit the curb, and you hit the curb.
Yeah. Well, I didn't almost hit the curb. Mo Perry hit the curb, and I almost hit Mo Perry.
You have one job to not hit the curb, and you hit the curb.
It's a famous quote.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dancing right on the tail into turns 1 and 2. He's going to have to stay where he is right now. Might lose a little bit of time because of the understeer he's going to get, not having the fresh air on the front end of the number 30 machine. But down the back straightaway, we are shaped up for a battle for the lead for the first time in quite some time.
I'm actually a bit curious if Danson wasn't possibly saving fuel in that first run, so that's why he was a bit behind everybody.
Big wiggle from Chris Aurelio.
Yeah, Chris is probably trying to get everything out of the tires. I actually just scraped the wall because I was thinking and not driving. But Chris is probably now being pressured by Danson, so in his head he's probably pushing the car a little bit harder than he needs to go, because this car is all about backing it down. You got to really back it down from what a lot of these guys are used to. I know myself personally, I'm probably one of the most aggressive out here, and I even have to back it down myself, so it's a bit of a tricky dynamic here, especially when racing others.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the tires of these two cars. If you watch them in turns 3 and 4, which is the main problem spot for these tires, Chris Aurelio runs a little bit higher on the racetrack. Danson is all the way to the white line. But he doesn't... He gets a good run off the corner, but he just isn't staying there. And I wonder if being on a smaller radius every lap, will we see a point where Danson fades off? That is completely within the wheelhouse. You also have to consider that he's in the draft, so he's not getting as much downforce off of the actual wings and aerodynamics of the car itself. For some of it, not necessarily in the middle of the corner, but like turns 1 and 2 is where that's a bigger problem for the 30 car. So Chris is going to probably try to stay smart here and hold Danson in his draft right on this portion of the track, turns 1 and 2, the wider 2 corners. And then down the back straightaway, maybe Danson's going to get a run, maybe not. And Aurelio's going to try to widen out the radius of this corner. This is a very tight, flat set of turns, much different than 1 and 2.
Yeah, and a key thing about this is this car is on the older tire model. So the V7 tire model has not been given to the IR05 or IR09, whatever you prefer currently. And that could make a big difference, because whereas the V7 tire model is a lot more wear-based, the V6 tire model is actually temperature-based. So as long as Danson does not heat up his tires, he could get the advantage on Aurelio.
So that's the big thing to watch for with these two cars on track. Everybody else is pretty spread out. It gets more and more spread out as you go back. By the way, Cole, you've just lapped Ethan Snyder.
Yeah, we have had a pass on the track
for 7th place. Cole Freilich now back in shape.
Not last.
Not last for the Z-Line design number 15. Justin Wilson would be proud.
We will be going 5 extra laps in order to make sure that this car is in 7th place for effect. I have no idea what's happening in my room currently.
There's Mo Perry. We haven't talked about Mo Perry in a while. He's just been kind of riding his own race in 6th for the majority of the 80 laps we've got in the books for 100. Kind of, I don't know. Mo Perry's just kind of chilling back here in that 9 machine. Maybe going to wait to see if something good can happen for him. A little misfortune to the other drivers might bring them back into contention for him. Here's Victor Valley. We haven't checked in on V2 in a while in the Australia Gold car. What about Tango, Tol Owen? Haven't seen him for a minute. The 09 car's still in gear. That's something. And Max Molina's in between those two guys in the 7. They're spread out pretty significantly right now. Chris Aurelio still leading over Matt Danson. This is the battle on the racetrack. and it's the battle for the lead with less than 20 laps to go now in the race.
Yep, and I'm going to be actually bringing the car in this lap, so I'll be able to cover that with you. But, yeah, this has been a bit of a shocking race because Toll was so quick, or Tango, he was so quick during practice and qualifying. A lot of us thought that he was just going to gap the field, but obviously misfortune has not had its way with the number 09 machine.
Yeah, not quite the day for. I think it's fair to say not quite the day for anybody really, except for Chris Aurelio and maybe now Matt Danson as well. It's just been a difficult race to get through with these cars. It's very loose out of the corners, but it's very tight into the corners. The track's not exactly smooth. It's not bad, but it's fairly bumpy. Here we go. Horrible run.
Roaring past me.
Out of the corner, not a good run at all for Chris Aurelio.
Oh, he is. Danson is all over him going into the car. We have parked the car officially now, so I can now be able to see this battle. But yeah, Danson is, he's there. He's definitely looking. It's just going to be a matter of if he goes for it.
Yeah, is Danson going to be able to put something together? Coming to lap 84. They're staying right with each other. I think that proves Danson's not really losing that car, at least not yet. Chris Aurelio's really got to push the 56 to stay in front. And you could almost think it'd be a matter of time at this point. Ooh, man, and as I say it, Matt Danson went way up to the top of the racetrack.
Yeah, the big thing for Danson right now is minimizing mistakes. Aurelio could make the mistake, because you got to think, Aurelio's a lot more inexperienced compared to Danson. Danson is going for a pro spot, and I believe the NASCAR Coca-Cola Series, if I'm not wrong. I know he's a part of the big team Logitech has formed, featuring Michael Cozy and a bunch of the Road to Pro guys. So, obviously, Danson with the experience here. Chris Aurelio, more of a road course specialist in his own right. Chris actually recently won the 6 Hours of the Glen with you.
Yes.
So, showing his road course prowess there. But honestly, I'm pretty proud of Chris. He's learned from me how to run an oval.
Well, one of the things that I think about this race so far, when it comes to Chris Aurelio, is what I've been saying about this race kind of being more of a technical oval event. With the way that turns 3 and 4 are running right now, I think there's a little bit more of a patience and strategy to it than what maybe we're all used to seeing out of, especially these cars on an oval. And that's where Chris Aurelio's got some skills that I think are showing right now. He's always been good on ovals, but I think it's definitely something he would say he enjoys and is a little bit more attuned to the patience and rhythm of road course racing. Obviously, the rhythm of ovals is important and probably not something that's too difficult for him to get under himself, but I think that turns 3 and 4 are really helping for him as a guy who's used to finicking and kind of baby-footing a car through tough parts of a racetrack. That's what seemed to have been the difference maker so far through this race. He got a little bit of a break there from the battle with Matt Danson. Danson is coming back now, though, with 12 laps to go. The 56 car still holding on to the race lead, but I don't know how much longer that's going to last if Danson can get that run back again.
Yeah, it looks like Danson's making a late race charge here. But honestly, you were talking about Chris being good with kind of being finicky with the throttle. He is great at dancing on the throttle. As I say that, he makes a bit of a mistake there. Danson going to look to the inside, not going to make a move there. Down into turn 1, he makes the move. This is going to be tight.
Oh!
Aurelio slams the door into him. And we'll have the advantage off of 2, but Chris has got to be careful, minimize those mistakes. That's what you got to do in order to win this race.
Absolutely, and that was a really ballsy move from Chris Aurelio to hang it out on the top side of turns 1 and 2 right there to stay in the lead. And I wonder how much of the rear end tires are gone for the 56 because he is really fallen into the grasp of Matt Danson once again. That is the big battle on the racetrack. Everybody else is pretty significantly separated from each other. It's still Chris Aurelio, Matt Danson, Victor Valley, Max Molina, Toll Owen, Mo Perry, and then Cole Freilich and Ethan Snyder in the running order. But
I think a big thing watching here, though, is Chris is the last 2 laps he did it, but he was not widening the exit of the corner, so I believe that allowed Danson to close up a little bit. I don't know if he was trying to kind of keep Danson from getting an aerodynamic advantage or what he was doing, but it obviously did not work. He went back to swinging out towards the wall. We got 10 to go.
Yeah, 10 laps left in this race. Chris Aurelio is still leading it over Matt Danson. Danson has not led a lap yet today. We had a couple led by Toll Owen at the very beginning of the event. Chris Aurelio took over after that and has led since. No pressure really up until Matt Danson got back into the swing of things. When we had a yellow come out for Mo Perry's incident on the front straightaway, that's what got Danson back in contention here. But with 9, now 8.5 laps to go, Danson's got a couple car links in between himself and Aurelio that it seems, at least for the moment, like if things stay the way they are right now, and whoa, big time washout for the number 30 machine. Matt Danson very lucky to stay out of the wall there. And
it looked like Chris got a little loose himself. Oh, Chris touching the apron there. That's not going to help your exit there, Chris.
No, not at all. And it's a risky move, too, because the tracks got banking up on the top side of that white line. The bottom, that's flat. So the extra air under the car, and as I say that, Chris Aurelio goes way loose out of turn number 4 again, but the extra air under the car in that instantaneous moment just takes so much downforce off the machine, and it upsets the balance of the car. I'm hearing wrecking noises. I am hearing wrecking noises on the front straightaway. Who is that? Is that Toll Owen? It is.
That is Toll.
Toll Owen.
With the crash late in their going here. Caution's out. Oh, boy.
Oh,
this
man.
Is gonna change everything here.
That is a game changer if I have ever seen one. Toll Owen.
If I'm looking at it right, we may have about a 2-lap shootout here because cautions here are about 4 to 5 laps, and we had 7 to go when that yellow finally flew.
Well, man, I got to tell you, I am heartbroken for Toll Owen. He had a good start to this race. He had a little bit of a tough going when things got more into the middle of the race, and now, obviously, this is the replay here of what has happened to Toll Owen. Out of the corner, loose, couldn't save it. Into the inside wall he goes. And just to a stop on the front straightaway, that's all it took for the 09 car to be up in the wall, and a very tough break right there.
Yeah, it looked like, looking at the replay, it looked like he got sideways a little bit and then caught it, but once he caught it, it just hooked back left. And I actually had that happen a couple times in practice, so I know exactly what happened. He did a good job trying to keep it off the wall, but it just was not meant to be. And Noah's got them doing something. I don't know what we're doing currently, but we're going to try to get a green flag finish here. I believe we have gone 2 to green and backing off the base car.
Well, one thing we've got right now is Mo Perry, the only taker to come into the pit lane, and he's going to try to get some fresh tires on the car and maybe be able to compete and make some passes. This might be a jackpot move for Mo Perry in the 9 machine to have fresh rubber for the restart, as the 4 guys in front of him did not opt to do the same. Max Molina in 4th, Victor Valley here in 3rd. There is Matt Danson in 2nd, and Chris Aurelio has dominated this race from about a quarter of the way in to now having 5 laps to go. Chris, I don't even know what to say about it. You're doing good, but Cole,
hello.
That's you. What do you have to say about this? This is a very interesting curveball to the way this race has been going and will go to the finish.
Well, Chris is my teammate, so obviously I got a little biased because I want the team to win. But I did text message him a message saying don't blow this because, well, in my position I probably would blow this. But I think Chris is honestly going to do a good job here. But Danson's definitely going to be all over him. But we're going to have a bit of a shootout here coming to the end.
I would agree with that 100%. Wow.
pace speed, will be going to 100 miles an hour once we have reached the end of the pit wall here. You can see everybody slowing. The cars are slow right now because Noah likes us to get a gap to the pace car in order to not pass it once we go in the go zone in turn 3. So you're going to see all the cars speed up here in a minute to 100 miles an hour. Right when they reach the end of the pit wall, there goes Chris Aurelio, there goes Matt Danson, Victor, Maximus, Mo, and Toll, all speeding up to 100 miles an hour.
We're still watching Chris Aurelio. Let's change it up a little bit here. This is the duo. Chris Aurelio and Matt Danson have been doing some dances at the front end of this grid. Mo Perry, watch out for the 9 car. He's got fresh tires. Toll Owen actually did the same. So we're going to watch those guys as well. Green flag's back out. Something's going on in the back. Whoa, boy.
Mo Perry with a great restart. Mo got around Maximus. See if Mo can go anywhere with that. Noah's going to clear all flags because once the green is out, you can pass.
Well, that's going to show it. Look at Mo Perry right up to Victor Valley.
Mo is going for it. Mo's going to get to the end.
Oh, look at this move. Big block from... Oh, that was a huge just bit. You see, he went down there on his own to start it, but he got out of it. Oh, he's coming up the racetrack.
Oh, he's going to put
he about did. Mo Perry. Oh, oh, God, come on, Victor. Don't wreck him yet. Oh, the run into the corner. Wow. I don't know how they didn't wreck.
Here comes Toll's at the bottom. Toll could get a 2-for-1 KMart special.
There we go. The guys with the fresh tires. They get around Victor and Max. And into the corner, Mo Perry on the outside. Toll Owen. White flag's coming out this time, though. This has allowed a huge gap to form. Chris Aurelio and Matt Danson. Somebody's wrecking. I think it's Victor Valley. Here they come.
No, actually, that was my motor blowing.
Oh, never mind. Here's Chris Aurelio down the back straightaway. Matt Danson in second. Mo Perry has acquired third. It was Toll Owen now to that spot. Chris Aurelio through the final corners of this race. And out of turn 4, he holds off the charge. Danson's going to have to settle for second. Chris Aurelio finally cuts through and wins with the Kmart Champ Car World Series presented by Sears. He does it across the Pacific Ocean at Twin Ring Motegi. And there you have it. What a run by Chris Aurelio. And let's give a big shout out to the strategic skill and maybe, I don't know if that's happiness or...
Well, we got tempers.
As that an upset driver in the 83 machine, but Mo Perry just earned himself a hell of a third place. That was a very impressive run. A smart move, capitalizing on a good instant for him. But here's Chris Aurelio finally getting to burn it down with this series. Second place in the inaugural event. Not so fortunate at Long Beach. Not a horrible day.
Nice. I believe he's still at a top 5 there, but Chris Aurelio for CFM Esports, the first to dethrone the Logitech Altus Esports cars. So
yes.
That's a notation that Chris will carry with pride, I believe.
A second, a fourth, and a first for this driver as he's going to acquire the championship lead. His main competitor at the moment was Michael Cozy Jr., was not here tonight. So Chris Aurelio is going to be, let's do the quick math, it's going to be about 33 points ahead in the championship from Cozy. Victor Valley should be able to get up there in the hunt as well. Matt Danson's going to get some good points.
Trying to figure out where Chris is going exactly.
I think he's trying to...
Oh, I think I know what he's doing. Oh, it's not going to work here, Chris. I know what he's trying to do, but it doesn't... Oh. And he has now destroyed about a 20 grand front wing.
Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're gonna trade out which driver we have in the broadcast booth for a moment. Kroll Freilich. We're going to bring Chris Aurelio in here quickly. And here we are. Chris Aurelio, are you present and accounted for?
I think so.
You have won. You won it, Twin Ring Motegi. You've got just as many wins now as Danica Patrick at this racetrack. How do you feel?
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is. We got a little challenge at the end there from Dancing with the Stars. It was a good race. I don't know. I thought it was all good and fun. And I will say, because we're in Japan and we're not stateside, I can finally say this. That damn Kevin Kalkoven took my wife and took the kids, all right? I'll just miss little Sarah and little Tony, all right? And Kevin Kalkoven took the wife and took the kids. That damn bastard!
Well, if I wanted to stay on YouTube with the ability to stream races, Chris Aurelio just probably screwed that up. I don't know. Let's bring Cole Freilich back. He probably won't say anything vulgar. All right, Cole, you're back.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. It has been a heck of a night. I don't really know what to say about what just happened with Chris Aurelio, but let's see who else we can maybe get in here.
I get Mo Perry. He's usually
Yeah, let's get Mo Perry. Mo Perry, here we are. Hi, Mo. My name is Joe Donahue. I broadcasted tonight's race. We are thoroughly impressed and have to give you a big congratulations for your run to third place. Talk us through the strategy move to get yourself fresh tires and be able to contend at the end of that race.
Well, first off, thank you for, broadcasting the race and everything. And anyway, as for the strategy and stuff, I mean, I was coming in regardless because after that second caution, my suspension had gotten killed. So I was coming in because there was no way for me to wreck and then end up needing the faster car anyway, so might as well take it. So I was just hoping I could get a really good restart. Going back and looking at the replay, I timed it perfectly, but I hit the brakes just because I didn't want to get a penalty because I didn't know if I actually went too early. Off turn 2, though, Victor just blocked the hell out of me down to the bottom, which, I mean, I guess because it was just one move, but, I ended up going all the way underneath the apron, so it's whatever. I at least got top 3, so could have had a shot at it, though.
I mean, it was a heck of a run, and you really did have to fight with Victor to get that third place. Obviously, the fresh tires would have helped you out there, but, man, just that track. Talk us through kind of what you saw and felt with the setup and the track tonight, because evidently, I mean, I put some practice in beforehand. Cole Freilich's been here talking about his struggles. It had to have been tough.
It was, at least for the first part of the night, because after that second wreck, it ended up just being a ride around and wait kind of thing. But it was essentially just trying to not die out of turn 4, because you touch the gas just a little bit too much, and it was mostly gone. And also with IndyCars, you try to save it, and it'll instantly grip up, and you'll kill it anyway. So it was very precarious. Go.
Sorry, you go ahead. You're the driver. I'm just the moron talking.
I'm a moron that talks as well, but it was just very precarious situation. Just essentially just trying not to mess it up and kill it for everyone.
Well, hey, you did actually do a really good job of that. I mean, we were talking kind of before that last yellow about how you were just kind of hanging back, and it didn't look like you had the car underneath you at when we were coming towards 10 to go and so on. But you got a nice break there. You capitalized, and obviously the biggest thing about that just is staying in the car and just be patient. And you proved that you were able to do that. You capitalized. You gave a heck of a race to Victor Valley. That was fun to watch. And you got yourself a third place, so congratulations. Who do you have to shout out or thank or say? Or what do you want to say here as you're broadcasted live to the world, where everybody can hear you?
Don't really have much.
Oh, that's
I do have
fine.
a painting Twitter account, so if you would go do that, Perry Paints on Twitter. How about that?
There you go. That's beautiful. All right, Mo. Well, we'll let you go and get back to your evening. I don't know if you have a job to do tomorrow. But hey, have you deserve a little bit of credit and celebration for the run you did tonight. Very, very solid job.
Thank you.
And there is Mo Perry. And that is about all we have for you. So just to cut things off here, last words, Cole Freilich, what do you have for us?
Well, I'm kind of sad I won't get to enjoy Indianapolis because the other series that a lot of us run named Gavin Car, I actually won at Indy, so that kind of stinks not being able to run that. But hey, I'm going to go enjoy sprint cars in Ohio. So if you're going to Attica or Eldora that week, come up, say hi. I don't care. I don't mind meeting new people. It'll be a good time. I may be drunk. Who knows? But,
who said that? I didn't say that.
Yeah, I might doxing myself. Hello.
Well, here's the final results in the meantime as well. Chris Aurelio, your winner. Matt Danson in second. You can see barely just a tenth, just less than a tenth off at the end. Mo Perry ends up third. Probably could have even contended for the win if not for that major battle with Victor Valley on the older tires. Max Molina ended up getting around the 83 car for fourth, so Victor Valley comes home rounding out your top five. Toll Owen must have had another issue coming around post other issue, so he would have had 2 crashes there. 2 laps down in 6th place. Cole Freilich, he just talked. He was 41 laps down, in 7th at the end of the night, and Ethan Snyder had trouble all the way through with connections and then crashes, and he just bowed out, 47 laps down in 8th spot. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you didn't hate this too much, and it was fun. We enjoyed it. Not too serious, just kind of a bunch of dudes being dudes. So be sure to go check out the Discord for the KMart Champ Car World Series presented by Sears. And the eMachines Indy 100 has been brought to you by myself, Joe Donahue. Cole Freilich popped up in here once or twice. We had a couple other guys help out. So thank you to everybody for watching as well and supporting this series and this channel. We will see you in the future with more things. And be sure to just keep on chugging and keep breathing.